It is 77 degrees, an absolutely beautiful night at the Den here at Oak Grove as the Grizzlies and the Ragsdale Tigers get ready for their fourth all-time meeting. Hello everybody, Zach Linfield with you inside the broadcast booth here at Oak Grove as we kick off the Grizzlies Tailgate Show. So glad to have everybody along as we get you ready for the Grizzlies and the Tigers. Tonight does mark the fourth time these two teams will meet in the regular season. The first was back on the 3rd of September in 2021. The Grizzlies won on that day and now hold a 3-0 edge in the short-lived series between the two programs. Ragsdale today does enter 2-0 with one possession wins against Northeast Guilford and against Glenn, the former school for their now head coach of the Ragsdale Tigers, Antoine Stevenson. Coming up on the Grizzlies Tailgate Show, we'll take a look at the Mid-Piedmont Conference and peer at the expected starters on both sides of the football. Some absences today for Oak Grove. We'll hear an athletics update from Athletic Director Stan Smith, and then finally the pregame thoughts from the coach, Rob Creason, as the Grizzlies prepare for another test early on in the season, this time against the out-of-conference foe, the Ragsdale Tigers, with a 7 o'clock scheduled kick time here on the network. Stick with us as we update the Mid-Piedmont 3A Conference on the backside of this short break on the Oak Grove Audio Network. Just over 21 minutes until kickoff here at the Grove as we look forward to the Grizzlies of Oak Grove and the Ragsdale Tigers. Time for our pregame update on the Mid-Piedmont Conference now 2 weeks in. Largely a down week for the conference in week 2. Teams overall went 1-5. Montgomery Central the only winner in a 7-0 rock fight against East Chapel Hill. North Davidson, Central Davidson, and Ledford all stumbled to 0-2, while Ashboro fell to 1-1. with a loss at Eastern Randolph. Here's how the conference slate lines up tonight. The only 7 o'clock kick alongside ours takes place in Oxford, North Carolina, where 2-0 Montgomery Central meets JF Webb. Then in the 7:30 window, North Davidson has mustered just 12 points in 2 tries so far. They match up with a winless Davie squad. Central Davidson aims for their first W against rival West Davidson at the same time, while Ledford opens their home schedule with Wheatmore. The Panthers have been outscored, that is 62-6 through 2 weeks of play so far. Ashboro has the week off before their home opener next Friday against Providence Grove, and that is how the Mid-Piedmont 3A Conference lines up as Oak Grove at 1-1 and Ragsdale at 2-0 for the first time since 2012 are counting down to kickoff here at the Den. New segment in the pregame, the Athletics Update with Athletic Director Stan Smith is next as we count down to kickoff between the Grizzlies and the Tigers on the Oak Grove Audio Network. Now time for our first edition of the Athletics Update. Oak Grove Athletic Director Stan Smith, you're making your broadcasting debut on the Tailgate Show. Stan, how are you? How good does it feel to open up the season at home here tonight?
Zach, it's awesome, man. We're pumped up about it. It's the first home game of the season. We got the field painted, looking good. Band's out practicing right now. We're pumped up. You know, we've had a good, solid 2 games, played a tough West Forsyth team last week, and hopefully learned a few things, and now it's on to Ragsdale. But I'm excited because I think we'll have a pretty good crowd tonight, being our first home night, having good weather. No other football in town, so this is hopefully going to be the place to be.
Walk us through the preparation to get this place ready for Friday nights, especially this first one.
Well, I used some of my kids today. Some of the football players were able to help me out. So we field set up, paint, that starts, 2 days ago, trying to get everything ready. I've got a great booster club. My booster club's on point, and, they helped me out a ton as far as, just taking that off my plate and taking care of all that side of Friday nights. My coaches are great, man. So I can't, it's all about your support staff. It's all about who's there to hold you up, and I've got a great support staff. And so it's still a lot. I'm not going to lie, but the people around me do a great job of helping me out so that, we can put on a pretty good show here. Things like you, man, we love you coming in and having you here for people that can listen if they're not here or if they are here. So it's people like you, people like my coaches and booster club members that just help out, pitch in, and if everybody does a little bit, it's not too bad.
Before we veer back to football, plenty going on elsewhere in Oak Grove Athletics, from volleyball to soccer to golf. Just seems like success right now is oozing out of this building behind us.
Yeah, we're doing well. We've started off the fall well, kind of as expected. And as a matter of fact, we just started conference play in volleyball yesterday. We've been in conference play in tennis. Obviously, we've got quite a bit more football games, non-conference to play. Golf is in conference play. Everybody is doing well. We got some wins under our belt, so we're setting ourselves up for a good year in all the sports. So we're pumped up about this season in all of our sports. And like I said, man, it's just a great place to be. Good energy. We had a pep rally this morning. Went well. Good spirit. Our student section, you've seen them here before. They're one of the best around. So, it's just a good community with great support, and we appreciate everything.
Gone a bit under the radar, maybe, this pipeline from the junior varsity football team that hasn't lost in 3 years now. The success from JV to varsity is exactly what makes Friday nights here so special.
Absolutely. I mean, this community, as you know, is big on football, and that starts down in the elementary school with the little leagues with Wahlberg and Midway and those programs. And I tell those coaches all the time, you guys are the ones that get things started. And then our middle school program, it really all starts there. With getting kids wanting to play football, liking football, it takes good coaches and good support on that side as well. But it all starts down there, filters through the middle school. They do a good job. They got a good win this week against South Davidson. And then our JV teams, our coaches put a great deal of attention into our JV team, and that shows. Obviously, it's not, they just don't cast them aside at practice, and they put a lot of heart and effort into their Thursday night games to make it real for them, because as they're going to be the guys on Friday nights that are going to be needing to make plays in the future. So we're able to have a big squad. We got over 100 kids out here, so. The more depth you can provide, the more competition, it's a good thing, and we're just blessed with it.
Last thing for you, first annual rivalry raffle against the team across the tracks, you like to call North Davidson. What went into building this rivalry raffle, and what exactly is it for those listeners?
Well, we got the idea from some schools on the East Coast, and I think Shelby and maybe Crest do the same thing. Brunswick County, there's a couple schools there that have been really successful with it. We wanted to try it, and I got on the phone with Mark Hayes over at North Davidson, and it's kind of a low-maintenance way of doing it because it's all digital tickets, so it's easy to get your phone out, scan a QR code, or go to gofan.co and buy your ticket. It enters you in a chance to win a big pot of money, because we're going to do it all the way up until that North Davidson game when we go to North Davidson. I can't remember the date, in October, but the drawing will be at halftime there. So it's just a good thing to say, hey, let's support our schools. Whatever we raise here, we keep. Whatever North Davidson raises, they keep after they've split the pot with the winner. So it's really kind of buying in, and just there's obviously already a rivalry just because we're just a few miles apart. So, it just builds onto that. And in the end, really, it's just helping to support the athletic program. So if you hadn't got your ticket, go to GoFan. You'll see the link for Rivalry Raffle, and we've got some signs, yard signs, and sandwich boards up all across the place. So we're hoping to make some decent money and provide for our athletic teams that way.
You sound way better reading that promotional read than I do. That you wrote that to me last week. That's Stan Smith, the athletic director. Big night on tap. Stan, go have fun.
All right, Zach. Appreciate you coming out, man. We're excited to have you, and let's have a good time.
That's athletic director Stan Smith. The lineups are next on the Oak Grove Audio Network.
We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner.
Leading up to kickoff here at Oak Grove High School, crowd filing in, quite light on the Ragsdale side, but filling up quite nicely. And the bleachers down just in front of the broadcast booth, with midfield reading OG in the Grizzly blue outlined in white. Here are tonight's starting lineups for the all-time fourth matchup between the Tigers and the Grizzlies. The Tigers in their spread-style offense, a 2-0 start to the year. Braylon Lewis starts at quarterback. Fabian Diggs is the lead tailback. The Tigers will send 4 wide, starters being Anthony Washington, Aiden Young, Brody Diddy, and Lewis Horton. The offensive line from left to right, that's Cameron Davis, Jeremiah Rory, Javier Solis Scales, Jonathan Ayers, and Asante Muhammad. Defensively, another 3-4 look as an opponent for the Grizzlies. Javier Branch, Jeremiah Clark, Chakori Delaney head the defensive line. Linebackers behind that group, John Davis, Zykel Burke-Gardner, Hunter Crum, Cameron Mason, while Maurice Dines, Ethan Mingo Anderson, Tony Morris, and Brian Frazier play the secondary. For the Grizzlies, a loss at the hands of West Forsyth for a second straight year by a 36-10 tally dropped them to an even 1-1 record. Grayson Treadway, the quarterback. Carson Williams will be the running back. Bennett, Giantasio, and Damon Johnson will line up in wideout. Wilson, Baker, Hannah, Bolware, and Peyton Harold line up from left right across the offensive line. And the defense has quite a few holes, and we'll get to it as the day goes on. Here is the sound of Grizzly pride with the national anthem prior to the home opener. Defensively for Oak Grove, wonderful job by the sound of the Grizzly pride. Jackson Oaks and Blake Stockstill will lead the defensive front with no Talon Goyette or Kyle Wagner tonight, the two stars up front. Daniel Honeycutt, Carson St. Sing, and Bradley Bird are the linebacking core. The Bandit backer is played by Lathan Pruitt for a third consecutive week. Marquise Harden, Jaden Barnes, and Jaden Bowler are in the defensive backfield, and Eli Fulcher will do the honors, putting toe to leather. Well, it's about that time. The head coach, Rob Creason, about an hour before warm-up started, boy, was he excited about this challenge that is the Ragsdale Tigers coming in at 2-0. Without further ado, we send it back to the locker room about an hour ago to the head coach, Rob Creason. Head coach of the Grizzlies, Rob Creason, is with us on the Grizzlies Tailgate Show. Coach, the last time we talked, it was in the midst of a weather delay at West Forsyth. 36 points allowed in the loss seems like really a bit of an anomaly for this team. That amount of points have only been surrendered 3 times in program history, all at the hands of the Titans. How do you and your staff corral this group and get them to look forward with such a long slate ahead of them?
You know, I think the biggest thing is you have to flush situations like that because, like you said, that's not characteristic of us. Obviously, there's a lot of growth that typically comes from those games. And I think this week we have taken some steps forward, taken some steps in the right direction. But again, you want those games because it tests you physically, it tests you mentally. But again, you also want to grow from those situations too. So we've got to move on, and we're going to, and hopefully tonight we show it in a big way.
It's tough for a sophomore quarterback to fully grasp the reins of an offense, especially when being tasked to throw that ball downfield in his first few varsity starts. Right now, where is your confidence level at in Grayson Treadway through these 2 games leading up to tonight?
My confidence is as high as it's ever been. If it wasn't, he wouldn't be the quarterback. We have all the faith in the world that Grayson can do the things that we need him to do to be successful. And last week, again, I told the kids my favorite quote of a movie is "I didn't hear no bell," and that's from Rocky. He kept getting knocked down, and kept getting knocked down, and kept getting knocked down, and kept getting back up. And I felt like that kind of rang true with Grayson last week. He took a lot of shots, and he kept getting up, and he kept delivering the ball. And so we're excited to see him kind of continue to step forward and continue to grow and develop confidence, and he's doing that.
We sat through that long delay, but quite a few times last week we saw a few guys go down, whether that be actual injury or just cramps. What updates do you have on this team's availability as a whole tonight?
It's just like any other football team. You're going to have injuries. You're going to have kids that are banged up. We have some guys that are banged up, but we have some guys that are getting healthy too. And that's kind of the the thing with high school football, you're going to have some injuries, and you're going to have some guys kind of play through pain, and we've got a tough bunch, and we're going to continue to keep kind of pushing forward, injuries or not.
Turning heads to the matchup at hand, this Ragsdale team buses in 2-0, first time in over a decade. What have you seen from these guys on film that have earned them 2 wins?
I think they're playing with a sense of urgency. They're playing, Coach Stevenson brings a lot of energy to that group. He did a really good job at Glenn, kind of bringing like a little bit of an aura, a little bit of a swagger to his team, and I think he's done that here, even in the short time he's been there. And I think they're just playing with more confidence probably than they have in the past. They've always had really good athletes, and it's good to see those guys have some confidence on film.
First of 3 straight at home as you inaugurate the Den this 2024 season. How excited are you for tonight, this atmosphere, to be back at home for the first time in 2024?
Oh man, it's always great to be in the Den. It's always great to look back and see your fans, see your student section, and you know kind of what to expect. It kind of helps with the pregame routine, and our kids just want to open this place the right way. It's a goal of ours every year to not lose at home. That's always a goal for us, and we want to defend the Den. It's not just a hashtag. We really want to keep this place. We have a lot of pride in our home field, and it's just exciting to be back.
All right, Coach, what'll get it done tonight?
We've got to eliminate dumb mistakes. We've got to take care of the football. We can't have penalties. Got to play great team defense, and really, I think the biggest thing will be scoring more points than them.
Always the big task, right, Coach? Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. You bear down.
That's the head coach, Rob Creason, on the Tailgate Show. Kickoff is next between the Grizzlies and the Tigers on the Oak Grove Audio Network. Well, here we go, week 3 for high school football in the state of North Carolina. The home opener, always a special occasion here at the Grove. Enter Sandman has played, Grove Street Party has played, as the Grizzlies took to the concourse. They filtered down the bleachers, and they've eventually made their way to the north end zone as they are set for the inauguration of the Den. And here come the Grizzlies, led by the cheerleading group with Oak Grove in black flags and the letters in the Grizzly blue, and the fellas are in their blue tops, black bottoms, with the matte black helmets reading the Grove on the side. The band now firing up the fans. This is high school football. The Ragsdale Tigers are in town with an unbeaten record, and a bounce back is needed for the Grizzlies. We'll see if they have the appropriate response. Oak Grove and Ragsdale ready to do battle for their 4th all-time meeting right here in Week 3. Zach Linfield here with you. So glad that everybody's aboard with the Tigers and the Grizzlies. Last year's record for Ragsdale, 2-8. We know the story on Oak Grove. However, last week a big setback at the hands of the Titans. In Clemens, West Forsyth brought it to them. It's really the only way to put it. 36-10 was the final score. And as we heard in the pregame show, only 3 times in the history of Oak Grove have they allowed 36 or more points in a regular season game. All 3 times it's been the West Forsyth Titans. Safe to say that is having one team's number. So Ragsdale has won the toss. They deferred to the second half. So the Grove will be the one to receive the opening kickoff. Just like we saw late last week, they will send 3 receivers back for the kick. Ren Gardner is set to kick it away for the Tigers off the 40-yard line. He will boot it right to left. Anthony Giantasio, Carson Williams, and Jaden Bowler are deep for the Grizzlies. Little late sub, Anthony Giantasio rumbles off the field, and Sam Bennett comes on to be tucked into the corner on the far side. There's the run up and the kick from Gardner. It'll fall into the hands of Bowler near side at the 10. Takes it out 20, cuts at the 25. He's got a hold of the 30, and then he is wrangled down up at the 35-yard line. Well done by Jaden Bowler and the special teams unit on the first play of the ball game. John Davis made the stop. He is one of the outside backers for this Tigers team. So here comes Oak Grove, just 10 points thrown up last week in front of what is a very healthy crowd here at the Den. It'll be a 3-4 defensive front for Ragsdale to start this game. Quarterback Grayson Treadway back in the gun. He's got Carson Williams set up behind him. There's a snap option left side. Grayson tucks it, gets to the 40, and that's where he's ripped down. Gain of 2 on the first play of the game. Tackle made by Hunter Crum. To Corey Delaney in there as well. 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Grizzlies. The officials come in and stop play here for a moment. The defense for Ragsdale so far this season has been pretty good for the Tigers. First win at Northeast Guilford, 2nd win at home against Glenn in their home opener. 21 points allowed, 10 points allowed. Officials have broken their huddle, and now it's 2nd down and 8 for the Grizzlies from their own 40. Treadway wants it, he's got it. He's back, he looks, throws right side. That is a wounded duck, lands on the track down in front of us. Pass intended for Cromer. Coverage provided by Frazier for the Tigers near side. Just looked like it slipped out of the hand of Grayson Treadway on the 2nd down and 8 snap. Now it's 3rd and 8. Have yet to see give to Carson Williams. 3rd and 8 from their own 40. They're going to need the 47. Treadway goes hard count and gets Ragsdale to jump offside. Cameron Davis, the guilty party for Ragsdale. So that'll make 3rd and 8 much more manageable. Now 3rd down and 3. Both games so far for Oak Grove, their opposition has been penalized more, but for the Grizzlies, they really want to cut back on penalties as well. Double-digit penalties for their opponents in both week 1 and week 2. So 3rd down and a short 3 here for the Grizzlies. Treadway's got it, gives Williams, running right side. He's got 1st down yardage, not by much, but he does pick it up as he nears midfield. Tackle made by Cameron Davis. He was the Tiger that just jumped offside, so they'll give Oak Grove the 49. On their own side of the field, they'll rumble from left to right to start this football game. No score just underway from the Grove. 10:30 and rolling away in the first quarter clock. The Grizzlies send 1 left, 2 right, tight end left side on 1st and 10 off their own 49-yard line. Treadway takes screen pass right side. That's Cromer. He's across midfield and then barreled down to the 47. Davis on the tackle. He is a big presence on that Ragsdale defense. He's the one that shows up in film. You say, who is one of the better players on this Ragsdale defense? It is number 8 in white. as he goes limping off to the far hash mark. Went down to a knee for a second. He's unable to walk very much. 2nd down and 5 here for the Grizzlies. Treadway's got it. Pulls it out of the stomach of Williams. Throws left side. It is caught by Jaden Glenn across the 30. There he goes, 25 down to the 15-yard line. Jaden Glenn splits defenders, takes it all the way down. Tackled by Dines around the 15. Boy, did he just look silky smooth weaving through that Tiger defense. It's a 1st down for Oak Grove to the 16. Soft offensive week against West Forsyth last Friday night. Carson Williams buried his head in for 1 touchdown. He's got 4 on the year. Grayson Treadway with 2 passing touchdowns thus far. 1st and 10 from the 16. Treadway's got it on a read option, pulls it up the middle. He's across the 15, down to the 10, and he's pulled down at the 9-yard line. Tackle made by Javier Branch. It'll be about 2nd down and 3 down to our right. Far hash mark attacking the end zone to our right. Treadway gets the call here from the sideline. Jared Rolfis, the offensive coordinator, head coach Rob Creason. Antoine Stevenson is the head man for Ragsdale. They've got 10 on the field. They run on an 11th. 2nd down and 3. Treadway's got it. Swing pass right side. It's Williams. Cuts back at the 10, to the 5, down to the 2, down to the 1-yard line. And the Grizzlies will be right on the doorstep. Tackle made to save a touchdown by Garrett Weldner. But the Grizzlies knocking on the doorstep from the 1-yard line at the near hash mark. There's Carson Williams for a Grizzly 1st down. Student section continues to file in here at the Grove. From the 1-yard line, Treadway back in the gun. He's got Williams set up behind him. There's the snap, gives to Williams right up the middle, trying to play power football. He is not going to get in. Tackle made by Javier Solis Scales. John Davis was in there as well. Maybe gave him a foot that time. 2nd down and goal for the Grizzlies from inside the Tiger 1. Big man Daniel Honeycutt comes out. Jackson Cromer comes in. They split 3 wide to the left with the tight end Johnson to the right. From inside the Tiger 1 on 2nd and goal. Treadway takes the snap. There's a give. Williams trying to push in. Now he gets a 2nd push. Touchdown, Oak Grove. That's one way to inaugurate the Den in 2024. Storm down the field, punch it in. Carson Williams from less than a yard. 6-0 Oak Grove, 7:41 to play in the 1st. Eli Fulcher on to attempt the extra point. Drew Vanoy will snap it, and 21 Ricky Bell will hold. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, almost blocked by Davis, but it is center cut by Eli Fulcher. Bang the drum, it's a 7-0 lead for Oak Grove with 7 minutes and 41 seconds to play here in the 1st quarter. Step aside for just a moment on the Oak Grove Audio Network. Seven 0 Oak Grove right down the field on drive number 1. Got a good return by Jaden Bowler up to about the 30. An encroachment penalty against the Tigers on 3rd down and 8 gave the Grizzlies 3rd and 3. Then a give to Williams, and then a long run after the catch by Jaden Glenn on the left side of the field. Inside the 10 they went. Carson Williams 2 tries. 2nd time's a charm. for number 2 in blue. He's got touchdown number 5 on the year. There's the run up and the kick left to right from Eli Fulcher. Total leather lands into the hands of Fabian Diggs, the running back. Takes it at the 5-yard line. Got a lot of space outside to the left. Diggs sidesteps a tackle, is up to the 25, and is out at the 28-yard line. Bradley Bird made the tackle. So here comes the Ragsdale offense for the first time today. Get to meet the Tigers. Quarterback is Braylon Lewis. He wears number 7. There is a penalty flag that flew in late on the kick return, and the call will be a hold against Ragsdale. So that'll push them back to about the 20-yard line. They were a bit generous and gave him the 30 on the return. So instead it will be the 20-yard line. But big note is their backup quarterback, freshman Zion Stevenson, is in street clothes and not dressed today. So the only quarterback on the depth chart right now for the Tigers is the man out there, Braylon Lewis. He is a junior. Fabian Diggs is the running back, and a couple wide receivers to go with it. Lewis back in the shotgun. He brings Washington in motion. Takes a snap, gives to Washington, running right side. Back at the 10, gets back towards the line of scrimmage. He is hit hard at the 16, 17-yard line. He is belly flopped over. Tackle made by Jackson Oaks. A couple of holes up front for the Grizzlies, including Talon Goyette, Kyle Wagner not in there today. It's a loss of 2 on first down for the Tigers. Second down and 12 from the far hash mark. Right to left goes Ragsdale. It's a go-go offense for them. They will get the sign from the sideline. Their head coach, Antoine Stevenson, an offensive mind coming over from Glenn. Lewis back in the gun. He's got Diggs set up to his left. A trips receiver set to the left side. He takes a snap. Lewis steps up. Pressure comes. Throws deep left side. It is caught. Well done by Christian DeBrew to go up and get it at the 45. There is a penalty flag, though, inside the Tiger 10, and it's going to be for holding against the running back, Fabian Diggs.
He's brought down by number 5, Nathan Pruitt. There is a flag on the play.
There it is, the call for holding. So a 1-yard plunge for Carson Williams to get the Grizzlies on the board 7-0. That was with 7:41 to play in the first. There is now 6:36 to play first quarter in the home opener for the Grizzlies tonight. Second down and 22 for the Tigers. They split 3 wide to the left again. Lewis back in the gun with Diggs set up in his left pocket. 1 wide receiver split right. That's the senior Horton. With 10 on the play clock, crowd starting to make some noise here at the Den. Student section trying to learn all the traditions here at Oak Grove. Diggs moves from his left hip, wide out to the slot right. Lewis takes a snap back to throw. Steps up, gets away from one Grizzly, not going to get away from the second. Sacked by Daniel Honeycutt, got into the backfield, and finally tracked down Lewis, who is a big quarterback, quite like Riley Horton a week ago. He lost a yard on the play, 3rd and 23. Now for the Tigers, Big Ben Boulware is causing havoc on the center, Javier Solis-Scales. That's a big matchup between those two today. Quite a few Division I offers for big number 76, Boulware. 3rd and 23 for the Tigers from their own 7-yard line. Lewis sends Diggs to the right. Empty lot in the backfield for Braylon Lewis. He's got the snap. He's back. Quick throw right side. It is incomplete. He airmailed his target, Diggs. Jaden Bowler was out there in coverage for the Grizzlies. So 4th and 23 coming up for Ragsdale. They go 3 and out on their first try. So that'll bring Ren Gardner into the ballgame for his first punt. We've seen him kick off. It was a short kick that landed into the waiting arms of Jaden Bowler. Bowler is sent back to the 50, standing right in the middle of that OG interlocked logo at midfield. Let's see if the Grizzlies bring some pressure here. Gardner's heels are about 1.5 yards away from the end line. Solis Scales will snap it back. It's a high snap. It gets to him. And the kick is squibbed up into the air across the 30. Takes an Oak Grove bounce towards the 32, and then a Ragsdale twist to about the 32, 33-yard line. It was downed by Zykel Burke-Gardner. So here comes the Oak Grove offense for the second time today. Good time to remind you that tonight's broadcast is proudly sponsored by Mansell Realty, your hometown real estate experts. Whether you're buying, selling, or just need the advice, Mansell Realty has got you covered. Visit mansellrealty.com to get started today. Here are the Grizzlies on their second try. 1st and 10 from the Ragsdale 32. Glenn motions right to left. Treadway takes a snap, backpedals, throws right side, caught by Williams, hit and dropped at the 35. That's a loss of 3. Tackle made by Michael Simpson. Garrett Weldner was over there as well. That's a good play by the linebacker to stretch that play out, stay in phase with the really talented and shifty back Carson Williams, and bring him down for a TFL. 2nd down and 13, hash mark right side for the Grizzlies. Here comes the Grove, up to the line of scrimmage. Giantasio motions right to left. Treadway takes, pulls it out, throws left side. Giantasio makes the catch, tackled by Davis after a pickup of about 1.5 yards. Let's call it 3rd and 12. Davis all over the place. He shook off what looked like an early bug to his leg. 7-0 Oak Grove first quarter. Just under 4 minutes to play here in the first. To the line come the Grizzlies on 3rd and 12. They got him to jump offside again. That's just Treadway clapping his hands one time, and an encroachment penalty against Kingston Lester Chandler on the defensive front for the Tigers. So that's already penalty number 4 against Ragsdale. 4-0 in the penalty department. 3rd and 7 for the Grizzlies from the Ragsdale 29. 3 receivers split wide, right, left hash mark. Treadway takes, he's back, he looks, he throws wheel route for Carson Williams. He's got him out there, but he overthrew him at the 10. One man in coverage, that was Burke-Gardner. So 4th down and 7. And here comes Eli Fulcher and the kick team for what would be a season long for Eli. This one would be from 46 yards out. Drew Vanoy will snap it to Ricky Bell. Ricky Bell will put it down for Eli Fulcher, wearing 84 in the Oak Grove teal blue tops and the black bottoms. Hash mark left side, 46-yard try for Fulcher. Good snap, good hold. Kick is away, and it is good. Eli Fulcher punches it through from 46. And the Grizzlies take a 10-0 lead with 3:22 to play in the first quarter. We'll see Eli Fulcher again in just a moment. 10-0 Grizzlies along the Oak Grove Audio Network. Ten 0 Oak Grove, 3:22 to play first quarter. Eli Fulcher is set to kick it away for the Grizzlies. There's the run up and the kick. It will go end over end, left to right, land in the back corner of the end zone on the far side of the field. That gives lead tailback Fabian Diggs no shot for Ragsdale. And here come the Tigers offense for their second opportunity of the night. They went 3 and out. Large part because of the holding penalty on third down. So 4 penalties already against Ragsdale. 1 on their kickoff return following the Oak Grove touchdown. The short run from Carson Williams to make it 7-0. And 2 encroachment penalties now, which is just undisciplined football from Antoine Stevenson's Tigers. That's something that does not show up in film. For Coach Stevenson's team, they were not penalized much in their first 2 games against Northeast Guilford and against Glenn. And here they are with 4 early hankies on the field. But here they are, first down and 10 from the 20. Lewis has got it, gives right side. It's Diggs running right side to the 21, and another flag comes in behind the Ragsdale offensive line. And the early indication is holding against the Tigers. That's the case. Penalty number 5 against Ragsdale. So that'll push the Tigers back to their own 10-yard line. This early penalty yardage against Ragsdale is just not allowing them the opportunity to get into any kind of groove offensively. Whether they'd find that or not against the Grove is up for debate, but here we are. 1st and 20 for the Tigers from their own 10-yard line. 3 minutes to play first quarter, 10-0 the Grove. Lewis back in the shotgun. He's got Diggs set up to his right. He claps his hands. He looks right towards the sideline for Antoine Stevenson in the spread offense for the Tigers. 3 receivers split wide right, 1 left, splitting the hash marks. 1st and 10 from their own 10. Stevenson comes running down the sideline, shows off his 40-yard dash and calls timeout. So there's the first timeout used today between these 2 teams. Timeout number 1 for Ragsdale. This Oak Grove broadcast is brewed by Grind Daily Coffee. Come on down to Grind Daily Coffee in Midway for 10% off your order with a mention of this ad, or just tell them that Zach sent you. From smoothies to espresso, make Grind Daily Coffee your go-to stop today. Two teams huddled up at their respective numbers on each side. It's worth noting Carson Williams for Oak Grove came off with a bit of a limp himself. He looks to be all right here on the Oak Grove sideline. Been keeping an eye on him. Already too many holes for this team tonight. Jaden Barnes unable to go. Talon Goyette unable to go. Kyle Wagner, member of that group. So 1st down and 20 for Ragsdale from their own 10-yard line. Lewis comes out in a shotgun. Diggs is set up to his left. Claps his hands. There's a snap. Fakes the gift. Throws left side. It is dropped by Lambert on a screen pass. So we were just told there is a number change for Ragsdale. Instead of Christian DeBrew, the freshman receiver, wearing number 84, it is Donovan Lambert, the senior wide receiver, wearing number 84. They'll exchange wide receivers quite often. They've got 4 out there right now, one of which being Chancellor McGriff. He splits out wide left. Donovan Lambert, who typically wears 0, wears 84. He's in the slot left. 2nd and with 2 minutes to play in the first quarter, Grizzlies 10, Tigers nothing. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Tigers after a 5-yard pickup for Diggs. Early touchdown carry for Carson Williams. 46-yard field goal from Eli Fulcher. This is how we get the 10-0 Oak Grove. Now roughing the kicker penalty moved Ragsdale up to the 25. They set up at the 30 on 2nd and 5 right hash mark. Lewis back in the gun, takes a snap, gives right side. There goes Diggs, a hard runner across the 35 and up to the 38-yard line. They'll give him the 39. Tackle made by Bowler. That'll be the first earned first down of the night for Ragsdale. Quite a few times now, we've seen this offense simply just flip the sides of the receivers. So Washington and Horton were on the right. They just flipped over to the left, while Lambert and McGriff went from the left to the right. Diggs still lines up left pocket to Lewis. On 1st and 10 off their own 39. Lewis takes a snap on a give right side. There goes Diggs. He reverses and just falls down back at the 36-yard line. Big time pursuit by Big Ben Boulware up the middle. It's a loss of 3 on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 13 for the Tigers.
Second down.
10-0 Grizzlies. We roll past 40 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Grizzlies looking for a bounce back after their loss to West Forsyth last week. 2nd and 13 from the 36. They will have to run one more, and then a bunch of Grizzlies come together to gang tackle them up at the 40. That's a pickup of 4. It'll make 3rd down a little more manageable. 3rd down and 9. First one there was Bradley Bird, and that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Oak Grove 10, Ragsdale nothing here at the Den to open up the 2024 home slate on the Oak Grove Audio Network. Through one with a 10-0 score favoring the home team here in their 2024 home opener. Oak Grove at 1-1, Ragsdale at 2-0. Their second road game of the year. They won their first by just a point, 22-21 at Northeast Guilford, before they returned home and beat Glenn 16-10. That was the previous stop for their head man, Antoine Stevenson. Here he is in his second year now with the Ragsdale Tigers. So they'll line up on 3rd and 9 from their own 40-yard line. Trip set of receivers wide to the right off the left hash mark. Lewis takes a snap on a flip, reverse this time. McGriff running left side, gets to the 45 and then is tracked down from behind. Well done by the Oak Grove defense to get out there and finally make the tackle. Bradley Bird was out there to make the stop. Jackson Oakes was there as well. That's a pickup of about 7. And we'll call it 4th down and a long 2 for the Tigers. They go straight to the line like they want to go for this thing from just shy of midfield. There's the snap to Lewis, design quarterback run left side. He will get the first down, plenty more to the 40, and then he is taken out of bounds by Lathan Pruitt on the far side of the field. As the Tigers go left to right here in quarter number 2, 10-0 Oak Grove, 11:30, and stopped here in the second quarter. Good job on the left side of that Ragsdale offensive line. Cameron Davis, Jeremiah Moore, 2 veterans getting out there and sealing the edge for the big quarterback, Braylon Lewis. Remember, he is the only quarterback on the depth chart tonight for Ragsdale. So if for some reason something were to happen to number 7 in white, Zion Stevenson, the backup, is a freshman. He is not dressed tonight. 1st and 10 from the Groves 40-yard line. Empty backfield for Lewis. He takes a snap, screen pass left. That is caught by Washington. He's down to the 35. Flag comes out as he's tracked down at the 31 by Bird. Honeycutt was out there as well. That would be a pickup of about 9. And another holding penalty will be called against Ragsdale. That's number 6 today for the Tigers. Oak Grove has just the 1 on the roughing the passer flag. That'll make it a much more difficult first down. We'll call it 1st and 5. For the Tigers, that's where the officials set it down. 2 scoring drives on 2 tries so far for Oak Grove. Carson Williams from 1 yard out. Eli Fulcher, big right leg, punched through a 46-yarder just minutes ago. Under 11 minutes to play, second quarter, 10-0 Oak Grove. Here's the Tigers on 1st and 15 from their own 45-yard line. There's a snap to Lewis, throws a deep left, got a man out there. It is caught in contested coverage. What a catch by Lewis Horton inside the 15, and they'll mark him down at the 11-yard line. When you say put that thing in a breadbasket, that is exactly what Lewis Horton just did, and it beat Malik Hairston on the defensive side for the Grizzlies. So they can get a first down here from the 11. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Tigers. They bring 2 backs into the backfield. It's the debut today for Cecily. There's the snap. Lewis has got it on a reverse. McGriff flips it back to Lewis, who throws into the end zone. It is incomplete on what would have been an NCAA 25-esque call, a double reverse to a flea flicker where the quarterback, Braylon Lewis, wanted to air it out to the far right side of the end zone for Horton. It's incomplete. A couple different Grizzlies out there in coverage, including Marquise Harden. So 2nd down and 10 from the Grizzly 11 for Ragsdale. They get the call from the sideline. Here come the Tigers with an up back this time. It's Brody Diddy. Lewis has got it. He's back. He looks. He rolls out to his left. Stutters, rolls out right. Still looking. Tucks it, and he will now take off across the 10, and he is planted by Daniel Honeycutt. But let me tell you one thing. Cohen Herron did a great job to leg that ball out to the sideline and not let the speedy Braylon Lewis get to the edge. It'll bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it 6 for the Tigers inside the Grizzly 10 at the 7. So out goes the up back Diddy, and in comes the receiving threat Washington. So 3rd and 6 for the Tigers from the Grizzlies 7-yard line, and Ragsdale sprints down the sideline to call timeout. They're looking to cut back into this thing. Grizzly fans help support Oak Grove Athletics and what you heard in the pregame in their first annual rivalry raffle against North Davidson by purchasing your tickets tonight. By purchasing, you enter for your chance to win big money. Support the Grizzlies and their athletic department in the rivalry raffle against the school across the tracks. Visit OakGroveGrizzlies.com or the GoFan app for more info and to purchase your tickets tonight. 10-0 Oak Grove, 9:33 to play second quarter. Zach Linfield here with you from the Den as we debut the broadcast to the home side of things. We've been on the road the last 2 weeks, Southwest Guilford and against West Forsyth. And here we are at our beautiful perch at the Den. As nighttime starts to creep in, the Grizzlies have taken the field on 3rd and 6. Ragsdale on the far side of the field, still huddled up around the 25-yard line down to our right. And a 10-0 ball game. Oak Grove with the matte black helmets, the teal blue tops, the black bottoms, and the black letters and numbers. And Ragsdale, who now takes the field in their all-white uniforms with a royal blue helmet with the royal blue numbers and letters. The officials were tired of waiting for the Tigers, so they started the play clock. It's already inside 10. 3rd and 6 from the 7. Lewis takes a snap, flips it out left side, Diggs. He is in trouble at the 10. Starts to reverse the field, running to the right side. He is brought down. One heck of a job that time by the Grizzlies linebacking core. Carson St. Sing was there in phase to track down Diggs, and that'll bring up a field goal try now for the Tigers on 4th and 11 from the 12-yard line. This will be about a 29-yard try for Ren Gardner. Hash mark right side. Javier Sola-Scales will snap the quarterback. Lewis is in there, snap down, bad hold. It is blocked, and the Grizzlies are on top of the football. How about that special teams unit getting the job done? Marquise Harden came flying around the right end, got his paws on it, and the Grizzlies say to the Tigers on their first real shot of the night. The score remains 10-0 Oak Grove because of the effort off the side from cornerback Marquise Harden. And now a chance to add on here in the second quarter for the Grizzlies. So here comes Oak Grove from their own 12-yard line. Treadway's got Carson Williams to his left. Bad snap off to his left, throws left side. It is dropped by Sam Bennett, his first attempt tonight. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for Oak Grove. Treadway, he put that right on the 11 on Bennett's chest, fell to the ground below. Chalk it up 2nd down and 10.
2nd down.
No one comes in, no one comes out. Just off the left hash mark, 2nd down and 10. The Grizzlies have got it from their own 11-yard line. Sophomore slinger Treadway back in the shotgun. Glenn motions right to left. Treadway's got it, gives Williams. There he goes. Makes a man miss up at the 15, and then it is twirled down. Tony Morris made the stop. They'll mark him at the 17. So we'll give him 3rd down and quite a long 4. Here for Oak Grove. To the line they go. Treadway back in the shotgun. His heels just off the 10-yard line. Looks over that defense on 3rd and 4 from the 17. Claps his hands, looks left. Wants a new call from offensive coordinator Jared Rolfus. Walks towards the line. Now he backs up. Whistle comes in. Timeout Oak Grove. That's the first of the half for the Grizzlies. 10-0 Grizzlies, 7:50 to play here in the second quarter. Not quite knocking on the door, but I tell you who is. Tonight's broadcast proudly sponsored by Mansell Realty, your hometown real estate experts. Whether you're buying, selling, or just need the advice, Mansell Realty has got you covered. Visit mansellrealty.com to get started today. So the Grizzlies looking at a 3rd down and a long 4 from their own 17-yard line here in the second quarter with a 10-0 edge. They just blocked a Ragsdale field goal after the Tigers stitched together a pretty solid drive of their own offensively. Couple of glaring holes in that Oak Grove defense tonight. No Talon Goyette, no Kyle Wagner. No Jaden Barnes on the offensive side, so a lot of Carson Williams. Can never get enough of him. 3rd down and a long 4 here for the Grizzlies from their own 17. Treadway's back in the gun, leans in, takes the snap. Back pedals, looks. Treadway still rolling into the flat for Carson Williams. Made one man miss up to the 20. He's going to get the first down across the 25 and up to the 26-yard line. Well done by Grayson Treadway to just keep paddling his feet out to the left side and flip it to Williams for an Oak Grove first down. As we're just getting down to 7:30 here in the second quarter, 10-0 Grizzlies. Here are the Grizzlies, low snap to Treadway. Rolls out left, that ball's batted up into the air, that's trouble, and Oak Grove will go back to recover it. However, officials do come in and signal that it was an incomplete pass. Ragsdale is all over the officiating crew, but they're not going to get this one back. That's the right call.
That brings up the 2nd down.
By the officiating crew to fly in and say, that was a forward pass thrown by the quarterback. Now they're looking at 2nd down and 10 from their own 27. Treadway takes a low snap, gives Williams running right side. He is hit and dropped. Well done by Hunter Crum. Got back to the line of scrimmage, did Williams. That'll set him up for a 3rd down and 10. Couple receivers check into the game. Johnson goes out. Cromer comes out. Giantasio and Glenn come in on 3rd and 10. What does Jared Rolfus dial up here for the Grizzlies? From their own 27-yard line, Treadway looks left, so does the rest of the offense. Treadway creeps up, now he backpedals back to the 21-yard line. Takes a snap, he's back, he looks, rolls out right, Treadway being chased, he throws sideline, it is incomplete. There was one man out there, he was already out of bounds. It looks like that was Giantasio. Coverage out there for the Tigers from Brian Frazier, and the Grizzlies, after 1 first down, will have to punt it away with Eli Fulcher. They will send Fabian Diggs, their dangerous return man, back. The snap will come from Drew Vanoy for Oak Grove on 4th down and 10 off the 27-yard line. Eli Fulcher stands at the 15. There's a snap back to Eli. He'll punt it away. It's a good one. Will he get the roll? Yes, he will. It'll go down the sideline and eventually be picked up by a Ragsdale staffer just over the 40-yard line. The officials come in looking for a spot, and it will be the 40. 10-0 Oak Grove, 5:40 to play here in the second quarter. Well, we knew one thing to be true about this Oak Grove team. It's that they wouldn't have the same explosive offense as they did a year ago with their high school athlete of the year in Connor Creech. They lost a couple of receiving weapons. Here's Ragsdale on 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line in a 10-0 deficit. Lewis takes a snap. It's a bit high. Late give to Diggs. He is hit and going to be taken down after a loss of 1. The Grizzlies come in there and they pile drive him into the ground. Bradley Bird was in there. Kyle Oakes, Daniel Honeycutt was in there as well. Called a loss of a yard, 2nd down and 11 for the Tigers offense. They put together a good drive on their last time down the field, but the blocked field goal by Marquise Harden off the leg of Ren Gardner. 2nd down and 11 from the Tiger 39. Lewis has got it, he's back, looks, dances around in the pocket. Now he steps up, dumps it across the middle, incomplete. Off the right hand of Fabian Diggs, the running back. Even if he would have made the catch, the Oak Grove defense was there. Bradley Bird was hunting behind him. That'll bring up a Tigers 3rd and 11 from their own 39-yard line. They've done a pretty good job so far when it comes to airing the ball out downfield. They just got to get guys open. 3rd and 11 for the Tigers from their own 39-yard line. Hash mark left side, 2 receivers split out wide to each side. Diggs to the left of Lewis. Chest high snap, he's back, he looks. Lewis steps up, flips into the flat for Diggs, picks up a block, is hit and dropped short of the 1st down marker. He kept pushing forward. That's a pickup of 9 yards on the play. It'll bring up 4th and 2. Bradley Bird was in there. Lathan Pruitt made the stop as well. 4th and 2 for the Tigers offense. This will be their 2nd go at it on 4th down. See if maybe they try to draw Oak Grove offsides. Here they come to the line. Hash mark right side. 4th and 2 from their own 48-yard line. They need midfield. The Oak Grove defense shows 4 down linemen, 1 deep safety, 3 receivers split wide to the left for the Tigers. There's a snap back to Lewis. He wants to throw. He steps up. He throws right side. It is caught down in front of the Oak Grove sideline. Well done to go down there and get it by Lewis Horton. Harden was in coverage for the Grizzlies. It's a 1st down for the Tigers to the Oak Grove 41. 10-0 Grizzlies, 3:50 and melting away here in the second. Tigers keep their linemen all huddled over the ball while the specials figure out where they need to line up. 2 receivers split wide to each side off the 42-yard line of Oak Grove on first down. Lewis has it. He's back. He throws a wobbler to the sideline. It is caught and out of bounds goes Horton. That's a throw from hash mark to far sideline by Braylon Lewis to put it right on the 85. In the white Tiger uniforms, Lewis Horton was out there just hanging out on the sideline and said, hey, the ball's in my chest. I'm going to make the catch and just backpedal out of bounds. First down for Ragsdale at the Oak Grove 29. They're starting to find a groove offensively now. So Ragsdale came out with 12 men. They were not in the huddle. So Lambert comes off the field, 1st and 10 from the 29. Lewis takes a snap on a straightaway give. It's Diggs evading tacklers. Bradley Bird comes from behind and tries to rip it out. Jackson Oaks aided the tackle as well. It's a gain of 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7 coming up for the Tigers. Down to 3 minutes to play here in the second. On 2nd down and 7, Lewis takes a high snap, calls his own number, runs down to the 25 to the 24. Ben Boulware was in there to make the stop for Oak Grove. Daniel Honeycutt made the tackle as well. Another gain of 3. It'll be 3rd down and a long 4 coming up for the Tigers off the Oak Grove 24-yard line. Clock ticking down to 2:30. There's the snap to Lewis. Hitch route left side, incomplete. Boy, it hit Lewis Horton right in the hands. And the Ragsdale offense, with their confidence right now, will likely just keep this offense on the field after the blocked field goal just a few minutes ago. 10-0 Grizzlies, 2:22. Clock is stopped here in the second quarter. Ragsdale looking at a 4th, and we'll call it a short 5 from the Oak Grove 24-yard line. Oak Grove brings in 4 defensive linemen. No deep safeties here for the Grizzlies. Lewis takes a snap on 4th and 5. He's back. Pressure comes. Throws middle. It is incomplete. Intended for Washington, but in there to jar it loose was Jaden Bowler. Bradley Bird was out there in coverage as well, but that was all Jaden Bowler getting his hands in between the receiver's mittens and jarring it free. It'll be a turnover on downs, and Oak Grove will have it 1st down and 10 from their own 24 with just 2:15 to play in the first half. The Grizzlies do have 2 timeouts in their back pocket if they need one to move down the field. Treadway back in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Takes a low snap, fakes to give Williams, rolls out right. Treadway throws middle. It is caught. That is Kennedy across the 35, up to the 40, and up to the 41-yard line. It's the Grizzlies trying to move quick now. Tackle that time made by Garrett Weltner. And the Grizzlies have 1st and 10 from their own 41. Treadway gets the troops to the line. He's got Williams set up to his left. 1st and 10 from the 41 for the Grizzlies. There's the snap. Treadway rolls left, looking for somewhere to throw the ball. He throws it to the flat. It's incomplete, almost picked off by John Davis. The outside linebacker for the Tigers swatted that down with his right hand here on the near sideline. 1:52 to play in the half. It's 10-0 Oak Grove. 2nd down and 10 for the Grizzlies. Bennett lines up left. Giantasio lines up left. Bowler and Kennedy are lined up wide to the right. On 2nd and 10, Treadway takes the snap, gives to Williams, follows his blockers across the 45, creeps closer to midfield to the 48-yard line. Jared Rolfus in a storm on the sideline says, hey, we got to get to the line of scrimmage with 1:38 to go in the first half. 3rd and 3, they need the Ragsdale 49. From between the hashes, snap rolls back to Treadway. He is hit, he is dumped. Zykel Burke-Gardner made the tackle for the Tigers, and the offense stays out there for now. It's all about, do you trust your defense? if a punt is the case. Oak Grove cannot decide what exactly they want to do here. They'll call timeout. So the Grizzlies will have to use their second, and Eli Fulcher has now taken the field as the punter for Oak Grove in a 10-0 ball game. They lead it with 1:06 to go here in the second. This Oak Grove broadcast is brewed tonight by Grind Daily Coffee. Come on down to Grind Daily Coffee in Midway for 10% off your order with the mention of this ad, or tell them Zach sent you. From smoothies to espresso, make Grind Daily Coffee your go-to stop today. And hey, Grizzly fans, help support Oak Grove Athletics in their first annual rivalry raffle against North Davidson by purchasing your tickets here tonight. By purchasing, you enter for your chance to win big money. Support the Grizzlies and their athletic department in the rivalry raffle against the school across the tracks. Visit oakgrovegrizzlies.com or the GoFan app for more info and to purchase your tickets tonight. So on 4th down and 7, Eli Fulcher and the punt unit is out there. Drew Vanoy will snap it back to him. There it is to Fulcher, rolls out right. This is a good kick. It'll be Fabian Diggs that gets juked out by the kick by Fulcher. It rolls inside the 10, and the friendly Oak Grove hop will send the Ragsdale Tigers back inside the 10, and they'll have to start at their own 9-yard line with just 54.2 seconds to play here in the first half. How aggressive will the Tigers be, knowing they can throw the football down the field? They've got some separation so far from Lewis Horton. They've gotten some separation for Anthony Washington as well. I'll tell you what, quarterback Braylon Lewis has been on point. Throwing the football in spots only his receivers can go get it. They're just tasked with making the catch. 5 on the play clock on 1st down and 10 from their own 9-yard line. Lewis takes a snap, quick throw right side. That is caught by the receiver, Donovan Lambert, after the number switch. The ball does come out late. The Grizzlies had it, but it was called as the runner being down. So that'll be a Ragsdale 1st down. Lambert brought it all the way up to the 25-yard line. So 16 yards on down number 1 on a run pass option with 47 seconds to play in the first half. Ragsdale does have one timeout. 1st down and 10 from their 25-yard line. Lewis has got it. He's back. He looks. He throws sideline, left side. It is incomplete. Intended target was Lewis Horton. Lathan Pruitt was out there in coverage for the Grizzlies.
2nd down.
10-0 Oak Grove, just 41 seconds to go here in the first half. 2nd down and 10 off the left hash mark for Ragsdale. Horton snaps it back to Lewis, who gives to Diggs left side. Diggs picks up 2. Bradley Bird flies out of the pile, said, yeah, tack that one tackle onto me. And unless Ragsdale goes straight to the line on 3rd and 8, I would think they're just going to take this thing to the half. The Tigers will get the ball first in the second half. We're down to 10 seconds, and Ragsdale looks like they've got no intent of running this 3rd down and 8 play. They come to the line with 2, with 1. They do take the snap, so this will be the play of the half. Braylon Lewis directs traffic, throws downfield, got a man out there, but it is incomplete, almost picked off at the last second by St. Sing. The target was Donovan Lambert at the 40-yard line. So Oak Grove pitches a shutout in the first half defensively here at the Den in front of their home crowd for the first time in 2024. It's a 10-0 Oak Grove lead. We'll step aside for this 18-minute halftime, then bring you back for the second half of action here at the Grove on the Oak Grove Audio Network. 24 minutes down. There is 24 to play here at the Grove between Oak Grove and Ragsdale. The Grizzlies at 1-1, the Tigers at 2-0. Well played first half on the defensive side of the football for the Grove. They pitched a shutout. And the scoring summary for Oak Grove: Carson Williams, a 1-yard touchdown carry with 7:41 to play in the first quarter. Gave him a 7-0 lead. And then the Eli Fulcher field goal from 46 yards out. 10-0 lead for Oak Grove as we are set to kick off the second half. 12 minute shows on the clock in a 10-0 ball game. Oak Grove with Eli Fulcher set to kick it away. Cecily and Diggs are deep to return for Ragsdale. There's the run up and the kick from Fulcher, and the end over end kick will land in the end zone down to our right. And here comes Ragsdale on their first attempt of the second half. Their offense got into a bit of a groove in the second quarter. They got inside the Oak Grove 30 two different times, but were unable to score. The first attempt, that was Ren Gardner's 29-yard field goal try. And then the second time, Oak Grove just stood stout and didn't allow the Tigers in the end zone, and a 4-down turnover. So here are the Tigers on 1st down and 10 from their own 20-yard line. They'll move right to left across your radio dial. Lewis in the gun, bunch of receivers, numbers right side. Lewis takes a snap, left side give to Diggs. He is hit, will keep driving the pile forward. Bunch of Grizzlies in there, including Ben Boulware. Bird was in there as well to help out on the stop. 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Tigers. A couple guys at the bottom of that pile slow to get up, including what looks like Carson St. Cyng for Oak Grove. Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Tigers here. So Lewis back in the gun. There's the snap, gives left side Diggs, breaks away from one tackler and then lunges forward to about the 27. So that'll bring up 3rd down and about 3 for the Tigers. St. Cyng and Bird in there on the stop. So here come the Tigers from their own 27-yard line on 3rd down and 3. Lewis has got it, fakes to give the Diggs, throws right side. Oh boy, a big hit was applied on what looked like Jameer Cecily, the backup running back. That was Marquise Harden that flew in there and cracked his rib cage. It'll bring up 4th down and 4. What a play. That is all film study by Marquise Harden to know if they line up in a bunch receiver set, there is a shot that the screen is coming, and that's exactly what happened there. Harden was able to slip through blockers and place a big hit on Cecily, and that'll bring up 4th down, and Ren Gardner will be forced to try and punt this thing away. Hunter Crum, defensive back for Ragsdale, will snap it to him. Jaden Bowler stands at the Oak Grove 40. Snap back to Gardner. He's got it down by his kneecaps. High spiraling kick across midfield is taken at the 46 on a fair catch by Boulder. So here comes the Oak Grove offense for the first time in half number 2. They were successful on their first 2 tries. The following 2, they went 0 for in a 10-0 ball game. Oak Grove leads it, 10:18 to play in the second half, or the third quarter, pardon. Came out with 12 on the field. Oak Grove's got the appropriate 11 now. Treadway back in the shotgun. 1st and 10 from their own 46. Splitting the hash marks. There's the snap back to Treadway. Option to the right. Treadway tucked, keeps across midfield. He's across the 45 and down to about the 43-yard line on what is a first down carry for Grayson Treadway. They'll mark him at the 42. That's 12 on first down for Treadway. Burt Gardner came up from his safety position to make the tackle. So 1st and 10 for Oak Grove from the Tiger 41. Flag is down. It was chucked to the ground by the back judge, and it'll be for a false start. Loads of penalties in the first quarter. They have since slowed down. Ragsdale still with 6. Oak Grove with just 2. But that will backpedal them to the Ragsdale 46. So 1st and 15 from that marker, the 46-yard line. Treadway takes, gives across the left side. Williams spins out of a tackle, 40, darts across the 35, down to the 30, and he's across to the 28-yard line. That'll be an Oak Grove first down. Tackle was made by Davis for Ragsdale. And that'll be a Grizzly first down. First down and 10 from the 27. Treadway takes, throws left side, caught by Sam Bennett, who crosses the 20 and takes it down to the 18-yard line, close to a first down. Mingo Anderson made the tackle for Ragsdale. So they'll line them up 2nd down and 1. Good drive stitched together so far for Oak Grove to the Ragsdale 18. We crossed 9 minutes here in the third quarter, 10-0 Grizzlies. Treadway brings Giantasio in motion right to left. There's the snap, gives to Williams, running right side, cuts back at the 15. He's inside the 10 and is tracked down at the 8-yard line. Tackle made by Crum for the Tigers. And Oak Grove is inside the 10-yard line again. So 1st and goal from the Ragsdale 8-yard line. Wholesale change for the Tigers. Treadway takes the snap, gives to Williams. However, there is a flag down for an encroachment penalty against the Tigers as they were swapping reserves on and off the field. They were still lined up on the Oak Grove side of the field when they were running off the sideline. That's penalty number 7 tonight against Ragsdale. 10-0 Oak Grove here in the third quarter. 8:37 and stopped, as the Grizzlies are now at the Ragsdale 4. Knocking on the door here in the third quarter, chance to expand on their lead. On 1st and goal, Treadway takes, gives, running right side. Carson Williams has a wide open seam to the end zone. Touchdown, Oak Grove. It's 16-0 with 8:24 to play in the third quarter. When I tell you there was a red carpet for Carson Williams to go ahead and follow. He climbed that pocket, made his way into the end zone. Touchdown number 6 now on the year for Williams. Benoit snaps, bell holds, kick is up, it is good. However, encroachment against Ragsdale.
Offsides against the Tigers.
Oak Grove said, hey, we want to decline this penalty and take the extra point. However, I think the officials did not allow them that opportunity. The penalty here for encroachment is a pre-snap penalty, which in turn will force Oak Grove to attempt again to make it 17-0. So here we go again. Vinoy snaps, bell holds, kick is up at Oak Grove. 8:24 to go in the third quarter, and the Grizzlies lead at 17-0. We'll be right back along the Oak Grove Audio Network. $8:24 to play, third quarter, 17-0 Oak Grove. A 4-yard touchdown run to the right side for Carson Williams on what was just an outside zone give to number 2 in the teal and black, and he followed his blockers to a wide open seam into the end zone. Eli Fulcher capitalized on his extra point opportunity, and here he is, hash mark left side, booting this ball left to right. End over end kick will go over the head of Fabian Diggs in the end zone. It's a touchback, and here comes Ragsdale for their second offensive opportunity here in half number 2. They went 3 and out on their first, and Oak Grove turned it into 7 points. 17-0 Grizzlies, looking to up their record to 2-1 on this young season. A win at Southwest Guilford High School in High Point, and a loss in Clemens last week, 36-10 against West Forsyth. Here come the Tigers off their sideline, and one thing that's really plagued them in this game is the play clock. They come off the sideline really late, and it only gives them about 5 seconds to make any adjustments. There's the snap back to Lewis off the 20-yard line on 1st and 10, spins out of a sack attempt, throws into the flat, caught by Diggs across the 30, sidesteps 35, darts across the 40, and he nears midfield before Diggs is finally thrown out of bounds by Bird and Honeycutt. 48-yard line is the mark. That's good for 28 and a Tiger first down on their first play of the second drive in this half. Second longest strike of the day so far for the Tigers. Their previous high was for 34 on a long deep ball to Lewis Horton in quarter number 2. So first down and 10 for the Tigers from their own 48-yard line. Near hash attacking the end zone to our left. Snap back to Horton. There's the give. Cecily across midfield. There he goes to the by Carson St. Sing, the safety. That's good for 12 and a Tiger first down to the Grizzly 40-yard line. So 2 plays worth of 40 yards for the Tigers. That's their best combo so far in this football game. 7:38 to play third quarter, 17-0 Grizzlies. If the Tigers want to go, they got to go now. First and 10 from the Grizzly 40. Lewis takes the snap, gives left side. Cecily is hit and dragged down after he reaches the 39-yard line. Got back to the line of scrimmage and then was thrown down. Campusano was in there to make the tackle. Second down and 9 coming up for the Tigers. Their offense so far this season much improved. 22 points and 16 points when you compare it to last season. 7 points or less in 7 out of 10 games last year. They've already crossed that marker twice. Second and 9 from the 39. Lewis takes a snap, deep drop, looking for deep routes. Throws left side. It is incomplete at the 20. Swatted away from Donovan Lambert. Well done in coverage by both Cohen Herron and Lathan Pruitt. There were 2 receivers on that sideline, the other one being Horton. They chose the deep ball to Donovan Lambert, and it was Pruitt that was in there to knock it away. So 3rd and 9 here for the Tigers off the Oak Grove 39-yard line. Hash mark left side. They roam right to left. Lewis takes a snap, designed rollout right. He wants to throw, throws short right side. It is incomplete off the chest plate of Washington as he slipped down on what is a somewhat slick grass surface down below. And that'll bring up 4th down and 9, and an interesting decision here for the Tigers, already trailing by 17. Offense stays on the field. Same personnel here for the Tigers. They've got Lambert, Washington, Horton, and McGriff in the game lined up as wideouts. 10 on the play clock. They have yet to get set. Fabian Diggs to the right of Lewis in the shotgun. There's a snap back to Lewis. Pressure comes, flings it right side. It is caught for a first down. Couldn't have put a better ball on Anthony Washington to the far side of the field, down to the 29-yard line. Is good for 13 and a Ragsdale first down.
First down, Ragsdale.
We'll look back on that play in this game if Ragsdale's able to scratch and claw back into this one. 4th down and 9. Sticky coverage there from Oak Grove. However, a better ball put on by Braylon Lewis. 1st and 10 from the 29. He takes a snap. He rolls out right towards the sideline. Lewis is just going to tuck it and be knocked out of bounds. Looked like Honeycutt was over there to push him out. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 for Ragsdale. 17-0 Oak Grove. We're down to 6:02 here in the 3rd. They have certainly veered off of what we've seen so far on film. 52% run, 48% pass so far this year. But the majority of their play calls have been to the right side of the field, which makes sense considering 69% of their offensive production is to the right. 2nd down and 10 from the 29. Flag flies from the back judge, and it is for a delay of game penalty. That's penalty number 9 against Ragsdale. Oak Grove has been flagged twice so far tonight. Call comes in from the sideline for Braylon Lewis, the junior quarterback. 9. From the 34, it's 2nd and 15. Sends his running back Diggs out to the right side. There's a snap back to Lewis out of an empty backfield. Steps up, throws deep right side. It is incomplete in one-on-one coverage. Lewis Horton, the intended target. Looked like Jaden Bowler was out there in coverage for the Grizzlies. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 15 for Ragsdale. Without Ragsdale much of an opportunity to score in this football game. They're looking at a 2-1 record, but they've got to move. They've put the ball inside Oak Grove territory now 3 different times, and they've been without points each time thus far. 3rd and 15 from the 34. Hash mark right side, snap back to Lewis, 3-step drop. Thornton, flag comes out. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and then he is ushered out of bounds. Looks like Marquise Harden was over there for Oak Grove in defense. The flag is a block against Ragsdale. Rob Creason says, hey, we don't want to accept that flag. We'll make it 4th down and 15. He is making it very known out at the 40. He says, hey, we don't want to take that penalty. It doesn't make much sense for us. We know that this kid could throw the deep ball. 5:15 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's 4th and 15 for Ragsdale. We'll call it 4th and 14 after that 1-yard pickup for Horton Grove. Diggs lines up to the right of Braylon Lewis. Now he shifts into the slot right side. Receivers all over the lot for Ragsdale. Snap back to Lewis. He's back. He throws on a seam route. It is knocked incomplete at the last second. Fabian Diggs was the intended target. However, Lathan Pruitt in trail coverage that time got there just in time for what was an underthrown deep ball by Braylon Lewis. It's a turnover on downs, and Oak Grove has the football here in the 2nd half. So 1st and 10 for the Grove from their own 34-yard line, or pardon, the 31. Treadway takes a snap, gives right side. It's Williams across the 35, and that's where the surge will stop. He will maybe get 1 extra yard on the 2nd effort from his offensive line. Tackle made by Weldner. We'll call it 3. 2nd down and 7 for Oak Grove. From the 36, Treadway calls for it. There it is. Fakes to give left side. Wants to throw it right. He does. It is incomplete. Wedged it in between 2 receivers. It was Bennett and Glenn. John Davis was out there in coverage for Ragsdale. So here is 3rd down and 8 now for Oak Grove. Touchdown on their first try in this half from Carson Williams. That was 4 yards out earlier in the 3rd. 3rd and 7 for Oak Grove from their own 36-yard line. 4:24 clock stop, 17-0 the Grove. Treadway takes, 3-step drop, wants to throw, does middle. It is caught by Johnson close to the 44-yard line. They're going to give him first down yardage up to the 45. That's a good ball by Grayson Treadway to stay composed. A blitz came that time from Ragsdale, and he put it right on the 87 on that big receiver's chest, who's been playing tight end most of the night for the Grizzlies. 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Shifts from left to right for the offense. Treadway takes, gives right side. Williams picks up a block, maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Taken down by Corey Delaney. 2nd down and 10 for the Grizzlies.
2nd down.
They go straight to the line. Get a call here from the near side. Damon Johnson moves from his tight end position right to the left. Jackson Cromer, split wide right, will shift to the left side. Giantasio and Bennett are the receivers to the right. 2nd down and 10 from the 45. Treadway takes, gives to Williams, runs right side, makes a cut, gets to the 49 where John Davis tackles him from behind. John Davis has been all over the place tonight for Ragsdale. That's good for 5. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Grizzlies. Under 3 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Hash mark right side, 3rd and 5 for Oak Grove. Treadway back in the gun, looks out over that Ragsdale defense, claps his hands, does not get the snap, looks to the right side for a new play call. What will Rolfus dial up here on 3rd and 5? Treadway takes, wants a screen pass, left side, throws it, is caught. There goes the speedy Bennett, tracks speed down the sideline, 30, darts across the 20, to the 10, touchdown Oak Grove! Sam Bennett's 2nd touchdown on a copy and paste play from their win against Southwest Guilford to make it 23-0 in the 3rd with 2:28 to play. Man, when you say track star speed, that's exactly what that means for number 11 in the Grizzly Blue. When he gets into open space and he picks up just one block, you can pretty much say goodbye to that one. Drew Vanoy to snap, Ricky Bell will hold. There's a kick, it is good from Eli Fulcher. With 2:28 to play in the 3rd, it is Oak Grove 24, Ragsdale nothing. Closing in on the 4th quarter, Oak Grove looking to move to 2-1 on the Oak Grove Audio Network. Rightfully so, the student section has something to jump around about here at the Den. The score 24-0 Oak Grove over Ragsdale, 2:28 sitting on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. 46 yards from Grayson Treadway to Sam Bennett on what was by Jared Rolfus and the Grizzlies offense. Eli Fulcher, who punched through the extra point, is on for the kickoff. He will kick left to right off the 40-yard line. He prefers it on the left hash mark. There's the run up and the kick from Fulcher. And per usual, there will be no attempt to take it out from Fabian Diggs and the Ragsdale kick return unit. So here come the Tigers. Their third opportunity here in the second half. They have been over so far into Oak Grove territory 3 different times tonight. And comes Harden, flew around the edge and blocked the kick from Brent. Could have made it 10-3. Oak Grove since has scored 14 more points to pile it on 24-0. So Braylon Lewis back in the shotgun for Ragsdale. First inside, it is caught by Horton, but he was down to a knee as he grabbed it. Good for 5. Stop. Second down and 5 coming up for Ragsdale. Students starting to thin out just a little bit here at the Den. What is a pretty packed up crowd on Friday night here in Midway. Lewis takes a snap on second down and 5, throws right, it is caught. Oh boy, big hit put on Donovan Lambert by a couple of different Grizzlies. The big pressure was put on by Lathan Pruitt. But it is good for a first down, up to the 30-yard line. The mark of just a little north of that mark. 90 seconds to play here in the third quarter. 24-0 Oak Grove. Fabian Diggs still on the ball.